Hello everybody, Kazza88 here. Welcome back to the Simple Survival server. How are you doing? Today we're going to be building an awesome geode farm and I'm going to be showing you the best way to get all of the geodes. Well, look, geodes the thing, but you know what I'm on about. The amethyst, the crystals, the stuff. Anyway, I've managed to gather some resources here. I've managed to put together a whole 3 shulker boxes. Not because I'm poor and running out of shulker boxes. I have plenty of shulker boxes, it's just they're predisposed. Doing this. Yeah. I have a bit of a chest monster. It is a complete mess down here. Don't worry, at least the main item storage system's sorted. Well, I am just shocked. Shocked, I tell you. I'm usually so good with my storage systems. But yeah, so there may be a live stream coming up in the not so distant future where maybe I sort my chest monster out and we have a bit of a chill and chat about stuff. I mean, that's how good content's made, right? Just people sorting out their shulker monsters. But don't worry, I'm not going to do that today. We are going to start on that Geode Farm and let's get right into it now. So what some of you may not be aware of is that I was very fortunately gifted a geode just before I went travelling, and it is in this beautiful bay area here. It's quite a small one, but it's going to be perfect for the amount of use that we need. And yeah, because I've been away, I've been researching the absolute best ways to mine one of these. I've looked at automatic versions using pistons and observers, and I've come to the conclusion that the absolute best way to get amethyst crystals is using an actual pick. You can see here we've got fortune 3 on here, which means we're going to make the most of any drops. I haven't put efficiency on it, and there's a reason for that. So the way geodes work then, obviously the clusters here grow on these particular blocks and these blocks only, and these are completely irreplaceable. If you break them, then they ain't coming back. And because of the kind of server that I'm playing on, we get sort of custom items, and you can see my Evo Silky has an efficiency of 7, so if I was happily mining along and I just slipped with one of the crystals, you can see quite quickly I could accidentally do a lot of damage and I could take one of the clusters out. So I'm going to be mining them with just the old Geo Destroyer here with fortune on it, and it should hopefully stop me from accidentally breaking one of the clusters. So yes, it is a manual design, but there is going to be an automatic collection system. How, you ask? Well, let me show you. So we are going to be flooding the geode with water so that as I'm mining and going around, the crystals will float to the surface, and then there's going to be a second water stream along the top moving the crystals into a hopper system. Don't worry if you can't envision this, because you're obviously going to carry on watching to the end of the video and see it in work, right? Right? But yeah, so if we're going to be working underwater, we're going to need one of these, a conduit. And this has got quite the tale to it, a harrowing story of bravery as to how I acquired it. Yeah, I definitely didn't just buy it off Mabu on the auction house. But yeah, I'm going to set one of these up. If you've never seen one of these in use before, don't worry, I'll show you how to do it. But basically, because of how beautiful this area is, what I'm going to do, instead of placing it at the bottom down there, I'm going to actually build it above the water, and I'm going to make it look like a floating alien artifact type thing. And then there's going to be a really modern kind of build type here, looking like a science observatory, studying the conduit. Because that's another reason why I wanted to do these outposts. I don't know if you remember me saying before I went on holiday, but I wanted a chance to merge my build styles, or do different build styles than just the medieval style that I've been doing. So hopefully this project is going to give me the opportunity to do that. Make sense? Clear as mud? Good. Let's get building. So if you're not aware of how conduits work, or why I'm building a conduit in the first place, a conduit basically enables you faster mining underwater. It enables you to be breathing, and it enables you to see better underwater. So that's obviously why I want one with the geode being flooded. And they need 5x5 grids. In my case, usually you'd build these underwater, but in my case, for my design, at least for the aesthetics, I'm going to put mine up in the air. They also need a 3x3 fully flooded or waterlogged area. So this would be a 5x5, obviously if I completed it all the way around in a big circle. So that was, what's that, 1 2 3 4 5, 2 3 4, and that'd be that joining it there. And that would give you your 5x5, obviously with the conduit floating in the middle there with a bit of water. But I'm going to do, the most you can do is 3. So the next one would then go around in a loop like this. It has to be prismarine, sea lanterns, dark prismarine, or something to that effect for you to be able to get the benefits of the conduit. So I'm going to do a mix of the 3 and then chuck some sea lanterns in for effect. Okay, until we've got something to this effect. So you can see I've got the 3 5x5 rings. I've got 1 going around like this, 2 going around like that, and then 3 going around the center. Then I've got my conduit in the middle, and I'm not getting any benefits at the minute here because this isn't waterlogged. So I need to go ahead and waterlog this whole internal area here. And there you go. You can see I've got the heart opens up. I've got I'm not losing any oxygen, and you can see I've got the conduit power there. And if I go down now, all the way down here, even though that is above ground, I should, even though I'm in here in the water, yeah, you can see I'm still not breathing. I've got that better eyesight underwater, so I can see what I'm doing. And yeah, that just leaves step 2, which is digging out the geode, which I think we can skip ahead for that. You don't need to see that. You're busy people. Okay, so apologies for the voice. I got really sick whilst recording this episode. But you can see I've got my conduit there. That is a full conduit. And I've tried to make it look like a floating alien artifact, almost like a gyroscope kind of thing with the end rods on the ends there as like pivoting things. And I've used the glass panes to try and give a sense of motion, like it's floating up. And that's what I'm going to have my modern looking building over there, looking out over as if it's like a science research station observing the artifact. And then down here, oh hello Mr. Octopus, you can see it looks like there's some kind of weird reaction happening between this artifact and the geode down below, and it's making it kind of spread, and that's what the science station is out here to study, this weird connection that's going on in between the geode and this artifact. And that's the story behind the build. And if we look on the inside, you can see that I've fully waterlogged the area, and the idea for that is, as I'm going around, mine the amethyst clusters, and they'll I can't pronounce that word, and they will float up. So what I need to do now is set up the collection system. So there's going to be a hopper in the center here going into a chest. Now you're probably thinking, but Cuzzer, water streams can't go across water, and you would be absolutely right. However, what you can do is you can trick it. So you can see how obviously anything that I'd throw out now would eventually go up, and it would get pushed by that water stream eventually. There we go. But it's not going to go any further than that. But what I can do is I can trick the water stream. So I can place a block like that, and again, and again. I can grow my own water stream, and then when I then remove these bricks, you'll see the water remembers still the path that it's taking. How cool is that? And very, very useful as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do this off camera because it's going to be very, very boring and tedious, but I'm going to go all along these walls here, and I'm going to make all the water streams push into the center here. I'm going to place a few hoppers. So let's do that now. Okay, so that's all my water streams coming into these hoppers in the center here. So obviously the idea of this is only meant to be a backup. So as I'm going along, I'm going to pick up most of these as I'm actually mining them. But what I don't want to happen is, say I miss some, I don't want them floating to the surface and then potentially despawning if this was a particularly large geode. I don't think that's going to happen in this case, but I've got this redundancy here just in case, and they should all the goodies should go into this chest here, as these things have as I've been mining. So let's see how quick and easy it is and how many I get. I'm obviously not going to mine the things that aren't fully grown yet. I have raised a support ticket. I feel as though these clusters are growing particularly slowly, but it is getting looked into. I think it is what it is. But yeah, let's go see what we get. Okay, so bear in mind that not everything in here was grown, and this is a small cluster, and I've already got a stack and a bit there, and then I've got another 20 that's shot off there into the hoppers. So I would say that this is pretty successful, especially seeing as just over here down in this valley I have a second geode that's pretty nearby that I have quickly claimed. So I'll be able to get all of the crystals, and I will be building this one. Oh, that one just grew right in front of me. I'll be building this one up on a live stream, so I'll do this on a live stream. That's what I've got the second conduit for. And yeah, I will have these two. I'll probably have the conduit floating a little bit higher for this one in the air. So, but you'll be able to see both conduits from the kind of sciencey station that I'm going to build over here, probably in the next episode. That is all I'm going to have time for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope this has given you some ideas for your own geode farms. If you'd like to see some of the other tutorials that I do, maybe check out this playlist in the top left. Or if you'd like to see my new series that I'm doing, maybe check out this playlist in the top right. And until next time, love you, miss you, bye.